Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back from a wonderful week of festivities and eating, and primarily eating, because that was like the most important part of Thanksgiving, was to put as much food down your throat, as possible. So I'm super excited to be sitting here back on the couch after all of that eating, because that was a huge focus, was eating, with the legendary wrestling duo, the Kool People.
I didn't say that, you said that.
So what's up, fellas?
What's going on?
For the people who don't know who the Kool People are, go ahead and let them know what's up.
I'm Sammy DeLeon. I was born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island.
AC, DJ AC from Woonsocket, Rhode Island, repping the 401. One half of your girlfriend's favorite tag team, that would be the Kool People.
Might be this episode's tagline. I can't come back to that. I'm just picturing all the other crazy stuff that could be said after that.
Get ready, it's gonna come.
There's just so much that could be played off in just that one line. It's like one half of your girlfriend's favorite wrestling team on the couch.
Yep.
Girlfriend's favorite place to be.
Right.
How'd you guys get involved with wrestling in general?
I mean, I think I started a couple months before Sammy started. I was looking up some training schools. Found there was one in Woonsocket, which is in my city, which is, I mean, dope in and of itself. It was legit, less than 5 minutes away. Started training there. And the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it. I did wrestling in high school. Did it all 4 years, won state championships, captain of the team, the whole nine. And when I went to college, they didn't have a wrestling team. Like I said, I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. So I'm like, let's try pro wrestling. Something different, very different, very different, but wrestling nonetheless. I decided to go to a WrestleCon. WrestleFest is kind of like Comic-Con, but for wrestling.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. A bunch of yeah. It wasn't work. It wasn't work, actually.
Seems like the Kool People need to talk more.
This is before we were the Kool People.
And it's a promoter from one of the wrestling schools. He was passing out flyers, and I took one and I said, "Hell yeah, let's do this." So that's when I started. It was like a year and a half ago, 2 years. Like you said, wrestling's history and Kool People was formed.
Yeah, Kool People was formed.
Yeah. I walked in, I'm like, he's gonna be cool.
Little do we know.
We're gonna be friends. We're gonna be friends.
So, what is the motivation behind the Kool People right now? Like, what are you guys actively pursuing?
I mean, ultimate dream would definitely be the WWE. That's like the end all be all goal for any wrestler or aspiring wrestler to be or anything like that. If by the end of this year we're known more than we were last year, that's a goal to have at any point in time. Our goal in 2017, we're looking to hit up 50 to 100 shows. That's a pretty hard task. It's like almost a show every weekend, 2 shows every weekend.
Yeah, that's bodying, bro.
But I mean, we were close this year, but we didn't actually make that goal. So I mean, that's definitely a goal for next year. And then if we can make it to like a Ring of Honor or NXT or anything into that nature, I mean, that's definitely a goal as well. So
that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
that sounds
right.
crazy. So
It can be done. Yeah.
every time you guys say the word wrestler, the only thing that comes to my mind is the South Park episode.
Yeah.
Right? you guys have seen it.
I mean, it's crazy.
Is it anything like that?
I mean, no, I don't. But yeah, at the same time,
No.
you'll meet a bunch of characters, which is crazy. But at the same time, you have your little clique that you're with. So Sammy's obviously part of my clique. He ended up being Kool People. So here we are.
You're in, kid. One half of your girlfriend's favorite wrestling team.
There it is.
So, as far as like I followed wrestling for a long time. I stopped watching 100% Honest when The Rock bounced the first time.
Yeah.
At that moment, I was like, well, life is over.
Yep.
Time to grow up. Time to grow up. Can't be a kid anymore because clearly
The Rock's an actor now.
they've taken everything from me. So what can I do? And I never really kept up beyond that. So I guess by the time I started looking at wrestling again as something to watch, I was like, oh yeah, this is all super scripted. It's cool, but it's super scripted. Is that what is the secret behind scripting wrestling matches? How does that work?
If there was a secret, we probably don't know it yet. We've only been doing this for 2 years, so we are still green as all hell when it comes to wrestling. We don't know that much, but we know we do know a good amount at the same time. I was still learning every day. I want it so that when you go to a show, for example, and you see us wrestle, I don't want you to go to your friend and be like, oh, he definitely didn't hit him, or he missed that shot. That didn't look real. I want you to go to the show. Did he just hit him? Is he really hurt right now? That's our goal, and it's not scripted in the sense of I mean, it can be though. This, that, and that. It's more of you guys are winning tonight. You guys go out there and for 15 minutes do what you have to do to make everybody love you, and that's pretty much our goal at the end of the night, is to make it so that everybody has a great time by showing up and everything.
So I guess this is one of the only sports where wins and losses don't matter as much career-wise.
If I lose a match and we put on one hell of a show, it doesn't matter that we lost the match. Okay. To be completely honest with you, if I gained a couple more fans in the crowd that night, we technically won without winning. So wins and losses don't really matter. But who doesn't want to see us with those tag titles? Right.
Now you guys had won a championship before, right?
As a tag team, no.
Not as a tag team. It was individual. I was trying to decipher which way it was. He won it, though, right? He won. I remember seeing the belt, and I remember him bragging. I was like, "Oh, that's dope! They won. That's cool." So what was that like for you?
Oh man!
I'm gonna give him a moment to let his head expand.
Nah, it's fine. I'll do it. The first one, I won first heavyweight title was in Showcase Pro Wrestling. That's where I first started training. I was only 8 months in, so for me to win that title, at that point in time, they didn't tell me I was winning. So how we said about it being scripted, this wasn't scripted. This was just
go in there.
Hey young kid, you're gonna lose this match. I go out there, little did I know I leave there as champion. That was probably one of the best experiences of my life. Definitely, you can see it on YouTube. There was a bunch of emotions that came afterward with that one. The second title I had won in Whaling City Wrestling, still your Whaling City Wrestling heavyweight champion. That one was a little bit different because I was kind of being prepped to be their champion there. And then we started forming the tag team there, but they still had me being the champion there. So, I mean, that was also an incredible experience as well. I'm not gonna lie.
So Kool People are coming for blood Dixie. Huh? You got to get a couple tag team championships on
a goal of at least 3, but that's not really a goal, but it is a goal.
Of at least 3. I like that. It's an open goal.
Yeah, no, definitely. 3's the minimum, but
3's minimum. That's happening.
Exactly.
But anything more than that is a bonus. So I know you guys brought some cool shirts to show off to the people.
Yeah,
can we take a look at some of those?
This is
you're about to spark some nostalgia for people.
This one here, this is the original T-shirt we wear every night at our shows. This is actually one of my favorites here. That's what when people see this shirt, they know. They know what's up. They know what's up.
This is our newest shirt here, inspired by obviously Grand Theft Auto, the Vice City design, but it's not the Grand Theft Auto Vice City design. Because that's copyright infringement, and we do not copyright infringe on anyone. So this is actually trademarked as the Kool People design.
The Kool People design.
Exactly. You can get these on ProWrestlingTees.com/TheKool It's an honor to be on ProWrestlingTees.com. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Tees. That's dope.
Yeah, wrestling fans, man. You know they all love video games. So that demographic we had to go with.
You guys like video games?
Of course we love video games.
This conversation just got extended 40 minutes. Get ready for the longest episode on the couch of your life, people.
That's what I was planning for anyway, so I'm kind of glad.
So, top 5 video games.
Oh my god.
Fire.
All right. Top 5?
Top 5, fire.
Vice City's on my top 5.
Boom. Get it.
That's on my top 5. I'm gonna have to say this. All right, this is tough. You can't do this to me. This is tough. I'm
an emotional breakdown.
I'm a Halo guy. I'm gonna do Halo 3. Halo 3.
Make me cringe.
Halo 3. I'm an Xbox guy.
I just want to see stuff blow up.
Yep. I can't do this.
He said, "You go." Aaron's like, I've rewritten this list 100 times. I got this.
I'm a sports guy, so I'm just gonna throw 2 out there right now. WWF No Mercy is hands down one of the best.
I'll never get No Mercy
of all time.
Throwback.
Of all time.
Throwback.
And then you got Madden. I think it's 2004 with Vic on the cover. That was one of my favorite Maddens to play.
I think it was. That was
So,
when they first implemented the hit stick and
Yeah,
stuff.
and
right?
Mike was just out here running around. That was awesome. That was a good game. But Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Cause
Just leave it at
I'm not
2.
even trying to go through the list.
That's great. So where can people catch up with you guys if they want to follow you online or play some Madden?
Absolutely. Play some Madden.
Busted in Madden.
That's-
Yo, somebody
that's
sets
irrelevant.
up a tournament for No Mercy. That'd be a game changer.
So
Life changer.
quick story, real quick.
Quick
Not
story,
to
here
go
we go.
over time limit, but we were actually at the Sanctuary in Pennsylvania. We were wrestling down there, and we ended up doing 2 shows in Pennsylvania, so we were able to stay the night at the Sanctuary. And on their big Titantron they had, we actually played No Mercy
Oh my god.
on their Titantron from like upstairs in the balcony in the back. That was one of the dopest experiences. So if you ever book us anywhere, which we're going to tell you about in a second, if you had that, that'd
be nice.
And Super Smash Brothers.
awesome.
Got some Smash Brothers.
But yeah.
Awful. We'll leave that there. On to telling them how to get in touch with you because we're not talking about Smash Brothers.
You can catch us on Instagram at the Kool People, Facebook.com/Kool People. Our T-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Kool People.
And that's with a K.
With the K, not to be confused.
Twitter at ACMuzik, ACMUZIK. I still DJ, so you can always book me for any events that you have like that. You can book us to host your party, to run your party, to turn up at your party. We really don't care. Yeah, pretty much.
So there it is.
Yeah.
That's everything. Awesome. Well, I've turned up wearing before. I can guarantee you. That man, Kool People.
Should have seen him last night. Should have seen him last night.
I'm sure I'll hear about it. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. I appreciate it. It was nice seeing you guys.
Thanks, bro.
Word. So one more time for the Kool People. We'll be right back. And welcome back to On the Couch, your host SooperVega. And we just had the Kool People, one of the coolest tag team wrestling group I've ever seen in my life. It's a blast to talk to. And now we got my man, Sincere the Emcee, hanging out with us. How are you? Welcome, bro. I have to say, bro, you look like you just walked out of a 90s hip hop. Like you just like stepped right through the screen and was like, I'm gonna go hang out on the couch.
You already know.
So for the people who don't know who Sincere the Emcee is, talk to them. Let them know who you are.
Who I am is a representative of hip hop culture, so I don't represent that commercial bullshit. Oh, excuse my language. Hopefully you got that out, just slipped out. But, in a nutshell, I'm a representative of hip hop culture, so, I represent the realness, the culture side of hip hop.
Word. So what drives you? How do you define the culture of hip hop?
There's 4 main elements of hip hop, which is MCing, breakdancing, graffiti art, and DJing. And it's just something I'm really passionate about. I grew up with, with 90s hip hop from my uncle and everything. They used to listen to like Wu-Tang, Tupac, Biggie, Gangstar, Pun, people like that. And my mother, she was into like the 80s stuff like Curtis Blow, Houdini, Run DMC. So, I was hip to both eras of hip hop through them and everything. So, what made me really get passionate about it was just like, not just that nostalgic feel of it, but, it's just like, in general, the music, you could just feel it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, like it had, like everything you listened to had substance to it.
Right, and then it's just like, it brings you back to when you was growing up and everything. So that's something that you hold, close to your heart and everything.
Alright, so in today's industry, how do you, do you listen to anything that's current? How do you stay current with music?
I listen to mostly underground and independent hip hop. If I'm not listening to the classic old stuff, you know what I mean? And when it comes to like the mainstream, there's a few people that I think are pretty dope, like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, but in a nutshell, it's just like, it's controlled by the industry. It's not like, it doesn't come from the heart. Basically, they'll see somebody like me, and let's say if I was going to sign to like a mainstream or a major label or whatever, they'll look at somebody like myself and be like, yeah, you're pretty dope and everything, but you use big words. Like, people in the hood, they're not trying to hear those big words. You need to dumb it down a little bit, and look how you dress. Like, you're not wearing any Gucci or anything. And you need to get more tats, and you need to talk about like whole big booty hoes and 24-inch rims and cars and selling drugs, and like nobody wants to hear that. But you know, they try to dictate that. And that's like the biggest misconception is that, because like people think that there's somebody like us that controls the music when it's really some racist you know, record executive that had never been in the hood. He doesn't know what the streets want, but since, you know, the music that's always on BET, people, or you know, if it's on BET or the radio, people automatically think, oh, it's somebody like us that's dictating the music, but when it's really a corporate executive. So
I feel you on that. So, like, when you listen to, like, do you listen to anybody current at all? Have you heard anything current?
Oh yeah.
What are some of the artists that you, I want to say dislike, but what are some of the,
Besides all of them? Or most of them?
Zero Chill?
Who really gets under my skin?
Yeah. Who's getting under your skin the most?
Right now is little Yachty.
Oh man,
Yachty
I knew you was gonna go there. I knew it.
You know, just because he's dissing all these legends. You get what I'm saying? It's like he was coming at Pete Rock, and I understand, like, Pete Rock was saying your shit's trash. I mean, it is trash, but you know, he could say that. He paid his due. So when he says something like that, you just gotta stay shut, in my opinion. Like, what can you say to Pete Rock? He's a legend. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
so
you know?
if somebody like Yachty threw a diss track at Pete Rock and it was straight fire, how would you feel?
I mean,
because that would be a tough situation to be in. I mean,
if he actually came on some lyrical shit and not like that, you know, that turned up trap shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like it was like out of a miracle that he became like lyrical and everything, and he did a diss track towards Pete Rock and it was fire. I mean, it'll be fire, but you just still can't respect it. I mean, we had someone like Cannabis who was dissing. He made a diss, somewhat of a diss to DJ Premier, and it was just like, you know, it's just, you can't do that. Like,
I feel like that's different though, because I feel like you could never write a diss track aimed at a producer. Like that's a whole different territory.
Well,
that's like a boxer challenging a wrestler
right.
to a UFC match.
And that's how we see the music industry now anyway. It's like you have real MCs who are like UFC fighters, but then you got these mainstream dudes that are like professional wrestlers. No disrespect to the Kool People, you know what I mean? But yeah,
But it's a different class.
You know, but Pete Rock though, you know, he did the MCing thing, but he was more like a producer too. So
Yeah.
you know, when Cannabis was coming at Premiere and everything, it was just like you can't knock somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're a legend. It's like you're untouchable. You can't just come and do something like that. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. So who are some like top 5 indie artists or underground artists right now that you would want to see on top? Not including yourself. Because that'd be my all 5 answers.
you know, there's a lot of people I like, but I would say I really like. I mean, Joel Ortiz is kind of coming up, but I like him a lot. I'm trying to think of somebody that's a little bit more low that I feel like is more kind of underrated. You know, I think Rex is pretty dope. Terminology, Bodega Bams. Trying to think of 2 more here. Freddie Gibbs. Trying to think of 1 more here. I really can't think of somebody. You know, there's so many of them. It's like picking your kids. You know, it's like picking favorites. You know, within your kids and everything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I just thought of one right now. Sky Zoo.
Okay. Word. Nah, those are some pretty good options. And definitely, I rock with Joel Ortiz. I know you said Bodega Bams, and I mean, I feel like Bodega Bams is not underground anymore. I don't know. I don't think he's underground anymore.
He's coming up for sure. Yeah.
Any local artists that you're looking forward to working with in the future, or is there anybody you're working with currently?
You know, I'm in talk with a few people for my next project and everything, like Meta P, for example. You know, me and Chachi talk here and there. You know, that's somebody, I'm a big fan of Chachi. I like to work with Smart Nadi, Miles Grimes. I like Flawless. I know you had him on the show not too long ago too. So we're like a few people that I really like and everything.
All right. So what track are you gonna do for us today?
Back to the Basics too.
Okay. What inspired you to write this?
It's just like a bass. I don't want to say it's a bass, but it's a traditional boom bap type of track and everything. And so I picked this track because it's like really gives you that feel, that essence of the '90s and everything. And not like I really try to do '90s music, but I like to do the boom bap things because it's something I did grow up on and everything. But I also like to do music that has that current type of feel, just not commercialized. So it feels like, it sounds like it's a current type of song, but I like to add that lyricism to it, that realness.
Nice. Well, I guess we'll have our audience for On the Couch be the judge of that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just have our friend Sincere on the couch with us, and I'm looking forward to him giving us something lyrical and dope when we get back. So thanks so much for Welcome back to my favorite part of the show. I'm here with Kool People, full Kool People, your girlfriend's favorite wrestling team. And we are on here to introduce to you the one and only Sincere, the Emcee. So make some noise.
Yeah. Sincere the Emcee. What up, though? Get into this shit. Yeah. Check it out, yeah. Yo, somebody say, oh. Say, oh. Say, hell yeah. Say, hell yeah. Say, fuck yeah. Check it out, yo. Check it out, yo. Hey, yo, I come ripping fast, more bars than Alcatraz. On the mic, whip his ass, an MC unsurpassed. Painted cinematic, closed caption is a habit. With ghouls that touch more bass than fucking Reggie Jackson. Don't deal with numbers or bullshit statistics. Gifted with linguistics, still spitting that real shit. My life is like a movie without fucking directors. Spit words like lectures and blow you out your sector. Niggas saying they got more whips than dominatrix. I brought it to the basics. Beach bodied in basements. On the mic, I'm mad lyrical, son, it's empirical. Your cats need miracles after they feel cynical. Break bread with veg with the index I possess. Been hip to the game way before law finesse. You're spitting full throttle, get smashed with gold bottles. Spitting words so hollow, I form like because. Take y'all niggas back to my basics. Take y'all niggas back. Take y'all niggas back. And let me take y'all niggas back to my basics. Hey yo, take y'all niggas back. Take y'all niggas back. And let me take y'all niggas back to my basics. Hey yo, rap is what you do. Hip hop what you. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. Hey yo, straight drop mom, blow arms like Vietnam. With the name Palm, come strong and ring alarms. With Rex King Supreme, we'll murder the mainstream. We'll come slay your team, the scene gets live streamed. All these rap niggas generic outcome, Adam barbaric. Blade to you lames, got them all feeling pathetic. Speech that holds heat in street like concrete. Catch the feet when I speak or get beat. My genetics are kinetic with energy that's magnetic. And forensics or a medic, cause I leave shit open. Get ferocious with a focus. Words to leave you open. It's the chosen that's so spoken with English to leave you broken. The next chapter, or your frame gets fucking shattered. Both get fucking battered and your people start to scatter. I be up on the scene getting mean in a session. Intervention for protection. Come through intercept it. We take y'all niggas back to my basics. Take y'all niggas back. Take y'all niggas back. And let me take y'all niggas back to my basics. Take y'all niggas back. Take y'all niggas back. Let me take y'all niggas back to the basics. Rap is what you do. Hip hop is what you live. Peace.